Fellow Guyanese, good night to each and every one of you. Today is the 2nd of January 2020. All you politicians, from the ruling party to the opposition, they are all thinking about how to get rich quick. The oil seemed to be a big thing for all Guyanese. But there were many other things in Guyana that Guyanese should have been rich. 35 years ago, I have done a video with the videotape which I was looking through a couple of days ago where I says, every Guyanese should be divided into three as a family, a man, a wife, and a kid, and some may have more. Everyone entitled to a piece of land and money to build a house. But unfortunately, we do not have those leaders with vision. We have leaders with an appetite for thief, lie, and commit crime in the name of the law. Guyana do not have a judicial system that you could trust due to racism. And politicians run the courthouse, corrupt magistrates, corrupt judges, and corrupt lawyers who ally themselves with either one of the two parties run Guyana. I am calling on the international community to look into this before it is too late. Many of you fools might believe that the oil means everything, but you have to learn to understand. Guyana cannot come out of the dilemma unless you, the East Indian race and the black race, stop talking color of skin and party policy and talk about development of the country. I know that America and Canada and elsewhere have deported a lot of Guyanese into Guyana due to crime that was committed over here. Some is domestic, some is maybe little minor marijuana or whatever, but they were deported. Let's give credit where it is necessary. If you break the law in a man's country, that's his house, and he don't want you, he puts you out. But the United States is no saint. Because if you look around the globe, they are responsible for 80% of the world problem in Latin America, South America, and Africa, and elsewhere. Because if they don't get what they want, you cannot exist. But you have to learn to understand why they do these things. After World War II, America learned one thing. They will not sit down idle and allow nobody to commit communism, socialism in their hemisphere. And these black leaders and Indian leaders who are lying to you in the Caribbean and Guyana, not forgetting Trinidad, only full in their pocket, and you, the jokers, put them in power, and they turn back, and your ass get jailed if you break the law, but they're breaking the law every second, but you all are not doing anything about it. Guyana do not have a fair judicial system. Judges, lawyers, and police and other military and criminals is controlled by your politician. None of them hands are clean. And I want a Guyana where all the ministers must take a lie detector test from the police commissioner right back. The trial of the late Walter Rodney must be reopened. Uini Dublin, young black scholars, must be reopened so we can understand the truth. There's a few deportees that were sent back into Guyana, and many of us call them all kind of names. But ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jagan was banned from America, even though his wife was an American, for approximately 10 years, according to my information. And Joey Jagan, the son of Dr. Jagan, had a problem in Canada with computer that his godfather Burnham bailed him out from that problem. And according to information, again it's alleged, Burnham's daughter was accused of shoplifting in some store in England or some way. So, what make these other Guyanese who commit crime in Canada, America, elsewhere that was deported, much more worse than those who lead us and their children? Tell me. What I'm trying to tell you, if your ass don't have shit, don't tell the next man how he shit smelling. When all of you have an asshole and your shit smell too. We need a leader who can bring the country together. The criminal that committed the crime in America as Guyanese was sent home. We do not blame America or Canada for that. If you break the law, you must be sent back to where you come from. Depends. But Miss Mani Chan embarrassed the United States ambassador who leave Guyana in a meeting or a party or somewhere and telling him about the fault of America, what they have done to Guyana. She was not wrong, ladies and gentlemen. It's America toppled Guyana problem in the 60s. But they had their reason, because Dr. Jagan didn't mean to change our communism. And he didn't care, and America would not tolerate to Cuba, because think of Chile, what they have done there with Allende and Pinochet problem and many others. So don't blame America for everything. But according to my information, it's alleged David Granger, the president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, is a soldier. No, a man was charged for terrorism in America, New York, where he was sentenced to prison. He was, according to the information again, the rumor has it, a few of them was trying to blow up Kennedy Airport to create mayhem in New York. But if Mr. Kadir have studied what he was doing, he wouldn't do that. A lot of innocent people have lost their life. And therefore, he died in prison. And according to information, it's alleged David Granger called him a hero. Did not David learn from Saddam, Gaddafi, and others who harbored terrorism and who praised them? So, what's wrong with our leaders? Now, if you call a criminal, an alleged terrorist, a hero, David opened up the prison and set free all the prisoners, because it's the politician them caused this problem in Guyana. And therefore, we as Guyanese calling upon you to do your job before it is too late. But I could promise you one thing. We must not tolerate the PPP back in government nor in parliament. So I call upon all the new party to come together quick. And Mr. Lennox Schumer, the son of Guyana, Columbus didn't bring him there, the Portuguese didn't bring him there, or the English did not brought them there, or Spanish. They all met the Amerindian there, indigenous people. So come on, David. If you're a man of God and you swear on the Bible, I want the Amerindians to get 50% of the national rights. It's their oil, their gold, their lumber. Don't forget, Mr. David Granger. Barnum give to South Africa hundreds of thousands of US per year, the ANC, to fight for their freedom. We send soldiers in other African countries to fight to liberate them, the black people from white people. Is not the Amerindian entitled to their rights? What goes for one must goes for all, David. Go down in history as a man who is fair, because you know black people was emancipated in the 18th century. Guyana is still not independent, if I want to be fair. The whole of Africa is independence. The whole of India is independence, and China. Guyana, the indigenous people, are still there, and see East Indian and African descendants are capitalizing on the oil, the gold, the timber, the bauxite, and other mineral resources. We are not one people, one nation, one destiny. Come off of that nonsense. It's 6 people, 6 nations, maybe one destiny. Now, I leave everything into the hands of Almighty God. Some of you might want to kill me, but I want to ask you a question. Is Burnham alive? Jagan alive? Is Hitler alive? So the more you kill, your days are also numbered. So many police would have to take lie detector tests, many military and many criminal. Oh, so I call upon the young Indian and blacks, unite together before it is too late. It is your future is at stake. You need a house, you need car, and you need profit sharing from the oil. Don't make these politicians use and abuse you. And let it be known, no crime shall go unpaid. And for you, the black man and Indian, you know how many politicians lock up through the Hague Court? You know how much of them are hiding in other countries with political asylum? Well, I call England, America, Canada, and elsewhere now to give non-Guyana minister political asylum. And you Indians, do not vote for the PPP again. Vote for other party. So before I leave, I want you all to know, I am watching this thing very clearly. Apnu, clean up your act, and you can pull Guyana forward. I am willing to right side of you. We have our differences, but we have to iron out the facts. And I am not AFC or WPR Justice for All. I want documents to sign that all Guyanese must be treated equal, get house and land, and get profit sharing from the oil. And every crime must be resurfaced for a new trial. the innocent black man get killed, the innocent black woman is raped or Indian, all crime must be examined, regardless of who. And Guyana can be a country on the way to paradise. Well, let's unite and save Guyana. If not, another nation will have that country. Thank you, and have a good night.